The year 1892, just before the overthrow of the Hawaiian monarchy. Princess Ku'iulani was living in the seaside town of Brighton, England.
Tonight, KITV4's Catherine Cruz shed some light on a bit of little-known Hawaiian history and the people now bringing it to life.
Well, flashback 122 years, a Hawaiian princess being groomed for the throne, studying German, French, and dance in the British Isles under the watchful eye of a governess. An art film about her time there is about to come to life thanks to a surfboard, a filmmaker, and a hula halau. Some say it may have been the happiest year away from her island home. In her letters, she writes of visiting an area she just adored, which reminded her of Hawaii. "I really do like it here," she exclaimed. She was on the water once again. If not for a replica of Princess Ku'iulani's surfboard in a British museum, we might not have heard of it.
I just want to turn it over again.
Surfboard shaper Tom Pohaku Stone is humbled to learn that one of his boards helped to retrieve the forgotten past.
I thought it was important that we keep her spirit politically alive.
This classic koa board is in safekeeping at the Bishop Museum. Stone created a replica of Ku'iulani's Alaila board for the British Surfing Museum. It caught the eye of a British filmmaker who soon immersed herself into learning more about Ku'iulani's time there.
And we can be sure that the princess would have walked from Cambridge Road and then around the corner through the gardens here, Brunswick Gardens, and down to her beloved ocean.
Ku'iulani's story is to be told through the eyes of her governess, Phoebe Rook. The art film is to give a glimpse of the princess's life never before seen by Hawaii audience. The actual home where the princess stayed and studied painting and dance. Maili Kaku, a hula dancer now living in Paris, will be part of the art film. On this morning, she and Stone pour over the board the link to Ku'iulani and the little-known bit of Hawaii history.
Sharing that history and, yes, bringing it back, giving people far away a more respectful and maybe more spiritual idea of Hawaiian culture, Hawaiian history.
Kaku was back in the islands to meet with her kumu and to bring back a dance in Ku'iulani's honor.
And the idea was, yes, to bring the princess back through film and through dance.
And on this afternoon, Sylvie recalls being guided, finding a video clip of a dance choreographed by her kumu, Ellen Castillo, for a Merry Monarch performance almost 2 decades ago.
It's a beautiful hula kahiko that tells the story of Princess Ku'iulani's visit out to the Holt estate and speaks of a time, another place, takes us back to a gentler way of living.
This past week, Kaku performed the dance at the Brighton Pavilion along the boardwalk. It was a treat for onlookers, a hula tribute that these ambassadors of Hawaii history and culture hope will pique the town's interest.
It's something that touches them, that moves them greatly, and when they see it, they become very curious and they want to know more.
They will have that chance when Jane Kudry's film debuts this fall, a nod to the princess who will have her day by the seaside once again. And that art film, along with a small exhibit about the princess and a weekend of hula and lei-making workshops, will happen again at the British Museum of Brighton and Hove. And tomorrow night we spend some time with that surfboard shaper. Tom Stone's work is being exhibited in about 6 museums across the globe. That's tomorrow at 6.